Alright, my boys, we have even more stuff that was added in with the free update that we necessarily can't access yet, but will be made accessible to us through time. I'm assuming through the Festival of Universes event, through raids, and maybe even the TP Metal shop. Literally over, I believe it's 20 shirts, and then also 3 accessories were found in the files of Xenoverse 2, and I'm assuming these shirts in particularly will be made available through the Festival of Universes event, because as you guys will notice as we go through these shirts are of characters that are getting different variations of skills in the Festival of Universe event, or however those festival skills will actually work in this game. So I want to give a shout out to the homie Sixpath before we actually do get into this, because he is the one that shared all this with me, and without him this video right here would not be possible at all. So huge shout out to the homie Sixpath for this. But with that being said, let's get into this and actually take a look at these shirts and accessories at the same time. Now every single shirt is basically this white t-shirt right here with a picture of the character on them, like how you see Krillin t-shirt. It's a picture of Krillin doing a Destructo disc, right? Now we also have one of Goku, we got one of Zamasu, we got one of Blue Gogeta, we got one of Pan. I believe that's the first set, right? Yep, that is the first set. And now we also have one of Deborah. We got Videl in her swimsuit. We got 18 in her swimsuit. We got the Mancel with his signature pose. We got Nappa with his, I guess you could say, signature pose in a sense. We got the man's hit. And I think that's the end of this set. Yep, let's move on to the next ones. We got Majin Buu. We got Dispo, and as you guys are noticing, these are the characters that are getting new variations of skills with those festival skills. As I said before, we also have the man's full power Jiren, Kefla, Super Saiyan Rose, Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black is what I meant to say. We got one of Android 17. That's the end of that set. Now moving down here, this is the first accessory that will be made available. Now this accessory right here most likely is the only one or two that will be coming through Dragon Ball The Breakers, because as you guys know, Dragon Ball The Breakers does have the collab thing where they do give us accessories at times, and this is definitely going to be something you get through that collab with Breakers. And I mean, it's kind of clear due to the simple fact that this is like the vending machine from Dragon Ball The Breakers. So it's not one that I'm very excited for, because I will not be getting it, because I do not play Dragon Ball The Breakers anymore. They completely killed that game with their very first update, in my opinion, when they put in, they changed the ability to not make a full lobby with your homies and have your homies be the raider while you guys are all still survivors. Like that completely killed the vibe of Dragon Ball Breakers for me personally, and I have literally not played since that day. I have not touched the game. I have not even started it, anything along those lines. Like I said, that just completely killed that game for me and a lot of others at the same time, because they also added in that like Raider exclusive thing where I don't even know if it's working till this day, to be honest with y'all. But moving on, we do have more shirts. We got one of my man's Captain Ginyu. We got one of Raditz. We got one of Z Broly. We got a Bubbles plushie accessory. I'm hopeful that this is not a Dragon Ball Breakers based accessory right here. Hopefully this is something that you get through a raid or something along those lines, because I mean, Bubbles really doesn't have much to do with Dragon Ball The Breakers, if he has anything to do with that game at all. So this is something that I'm hoping is not involved with Breakers, because I will not be getting anything that ever comes out that is involved with Breakers in any way, shape, or form. I was mad when they had that Frieza backpack that came through Dragon Ball The Breakers in Xenoverse 2, and the only way to get it was like getting to a certain level on the battle pass for Breakers, which means you had to actually commit a lot of time to the game, which I'm not even willing to commit 10 minutes to that game at this point in time. So again, hopefully this one right here is not one that you get through Dragon Ball The Breakers, and also hopefully this one right here is not, but I can definitely see why it may be. The Time Machine obviously is very involved in Dragon Ball The Breakers, but at the same time, it's very involved in Dragon Ball Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2 as well. I mean, it's literally about time traveling, right? Like going back in the timeline and correcting the timeline. So again, hopefully this one is not a Dragon Ball Breakers based accessory either. But all the t-shirts definitely have nothing to do with breakers, and I'm assuming most likely have something to do with the Festival of Universes event, and most of them, if not all of them, will probably be made available through that event at the same time. I definitely could see some of these being made as like raid accessories or raid rewards, something like that, but it does seem like, since they are all of characters that got new festival skills, that this will most likely be something else you can gain through the Festival of Universes event, which I'm very excited for because the first one literally goes down tomorrow, and I just really want to see how it works, how the point system works, how the rewards work, what's that tournament shop thing that they have in there, like what can you actually get from there, how do you get points for that tournament shop, all things like that. I'm very, very curious about that mode based off of what we've seen so far. So overall though, these are 20 new shirts and 3 new accessories that have been added in to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which just shows even more content that they've been throwing in the, like I was trying to say, more content that they've been throwing in this game with this free update right here. So let me know you guys' thoughts on this down below in the comments. What do you think about the t-shirts? What do you think about the 3 accessories? And are you hopeful that that Bubbles accessory and Time Machine accessory are not ones that you have to do and get through Dragon Ball The Breakers like I am? Because again, man, I don't want to play Dragon Ball The Breakers to get anything. I have not touched that game, like I said, since that very first update, where in my opinion, they just completely ruined the game and made me not want to play it at all. Since that day, I literally have not touched Dragon Ball The Breakers at all, my boys. So again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and if any, what are your favorite t-shirts that they have put out and added into the game? We just have not made them, or we haven't had the chance to get them ourselves yet. But which one would you be looking forward to most to get your hands on in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2? Let me know that as well down below in the comments. But till next time, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you guys have a good one. Peace, y'all.